Hey guys, welcome back to some more Splatoon. We're done with World 1, and we got ourselves a gun. I don't really care. We're not gonna be using this.
And Lester's still a squid. But is he a kid?
I'm a girl kid. Because I like the girl design more in this game.
Can we just call it Splat Color Tune? Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you
By
color
the way,
everything.
that little terminal there that he just unlocked was powered by an extension cable.
Yeah, and the way we break it is we overload the circuit and it just fries itself.
Okay, World 2. If you couldn't tell, these worlds are pretty much just like little islands.
Yep.
Floating in the sky. That's all it is.
I think I did like 2 days and then I didn't play no more.
I am playing each level in order, which, for your first time playing, you have no idea where to go, only just because this is open world. You have to pretty much find the level in each world you're in and expose it with your ink. I'm basically just going off of like a little map I made, just telling where each level is, and my god, trying to find each one is kind of annoying, because like level 4 could be at the edge of the map, level 5 could be near where you start, level 6 could be at the other edge. So, I mean, don't do the levels in order, unless you're like me and like doing things in order. Because it'd probably be easier if you just unlock all the levels and then just super jump to everything.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what I did in my first playthrough.
Now, I know you tried this, Amber, whenever we first tried it, and I know you didn't care for playing it too much. Do you still enjoy watching it?
Watching it, I don't have a problem. My problem is, it's just not the type of game for me. If you like it, that's good. I want you to enjoy it. Obviously, you and Lester like it, and I'm happy for you guys, because it's something you enjoy playing.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I couldn't. I tried.
You gave it a good, honest try. That's all that matters.
I mean, we'll click with everyone, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's one thing that I was worried about when I first played this game too, because it was very different. And not only that, I know that this kind of silliness isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
I did like doing the Splatfest stuff with Lester on his channel.
Hey,
yeah.
You remember, and I remember the one Splatfest you really did like was the Pokemon Red versus Blue.
That was one of the best ones. Can we just say,
my favorite Splatfest.
I think so far the Splatoon 1 Splatfests have been way better themed than Splatoon 2's. Because there's been so many more memorable themes coming out of the first game. And one of the biggest ones are the partner themes.
The SpongeBob one, the SpongeBob
oh, God.
versus Patrick.
That was one of the most memorable ones. Transformers.
Transformers.
That was so good. There's a lot of good partnerships they have with Splatoon 1.
Yeah, but, like, one thing I did like, and I shouldn't be ragging on Splatoon too much, because Splatoon 2 is a good game. It's just, so far, the Splatfest haven't been as great.
Oh, can we just say the Splatfest has been kind of biased in some ways? It's either people picking on the Marina team just because they like her more, or you have all the good players going to the opposite team, and that's the reason why they're winning, because all the good players are on the team that has like 30% of the vote. So it doesn't matter if your team's more popular. You got the pro players playing on the bad team.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I remember that was an issue too in the first game.
It wasn't as bad though in the first game, because I feel like the grading scale for the Splatfest, they tweaked it like 2 separate times in the first game. And I feel like the best balance they have is when they had a win counter ×4 multiplier. Because when they did ×6, it felt a little bit too weighed on the wins. Well, when they had on ×2, it felt way more on the popularity. Splatoon 2 just kind of feels weird, because they separate the wins for both the solo play and the team play. Which means you can have a really high score and now contribute, and then your team can have a really high score and contribute, but most of the time they're just like off by 1%. It feels almost like the same number.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I'll give you an example. I mean, we were recording this like 2 days after Christmas. I remember the Christmas-themed Splatfest in the first game was a lot better than the Christmas-themed one this year.
Oh my god, the Splatfest theme was awful for this Christmas.
It's just like, okay, I didn't play this Splatfest because I think we were still away from home when that happened. We were on vacation at the time.
Yeah.
But it's just like, okay, last Splatoon 1's Christmas was naughty and nice. I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that. This year it was just like, what bad presents? Ugly socks or ugly sweaters?
Like why? It's like I get the point, but those are not in the same category. You get socks for Christmas just because. There is a thing called an ugly sweater for a reason. People make ugly sweaters for Christmas parties. Of course that one's gonna have more of the popular vote, because people know about it more. There are just certain themes they've been using for the Splatfest and Splatoon 2 that are just kind of obvious. Like one of the big ones was like cake versus ice cream. Right, well that's kind of obvious. A lot more people are gonna be on cake.
You know, it's kind of weird. I
Oh,
think
hi,
the most he splatted cuttlefish by accident.
Yeah, cuttlefish
the
just kind of
one
appears.
that I'd say probably was the most balanced in terms of like popularity and like wins that I've liked was in Splatoon 2 was ketchup versus mayo. I think that was it.
Yeah, that's true. I think that one in terms of the popularity and wins was the closest. I mean, I gotta look up a lot of these now.
That still didn't make sense to me though.
Oh, ketchup and mayo. You know what's funny? Both of the colors used were also really bad color choices for this ink.
I mean, you had blood color for red, and then you had like this whitish-looking yellow for the mayo, which basically everyone just said, "Oh, that's white ink." Oh man, it's back. We got the white squid ink.
But which we're not going to make a kind of tell you what the sexual innuendo that causes, but
Yeah. Oh god. I will say though, one of the ones I wasn't feeling this one as much when I was playing it, but the sci-fi versus fantasy theme in Splatoon 2, that one was a little bit closer than I was feeling like in terms of games, because that was one of the only ones that had the solo and team victory really be different for once, which was actually interesting because I think that's the only Splatfest that's been able to break that trend.
okay, I didn't get to play that one. I think that was when we started on our vacation. I wanted to. What team were you on?
Yeah, I think that was the day you actually left for your vacation. I was on fantasy for that one.
Oh yeah, that was the day that we.
I'm sorry. You got to miss out on a bad Splatfest. I'm sorry.
It was not the greatest. Now, I was more or less like on it only because that was one of the first ones I did in Splatoon 2 where it was just me. And I gotta say, after now playing the past couple Splatfests with other people in a lobby, oh my god, it's a huge difference. It is really big, and I'm glad they fixed that for the sequel. It's just I also wish that you can, you know, start a game room without 4 people. Go in with a pair, 2 people. I'd be happy with that, but no, you don't even get that. Okay, Nintendo, you took you 1 step forward and 5 steps backwards again.
But
Hold on, before you say that. That level you just beat, Lester, that was the last level I played on this game before I gave up.
Okay, so you play like about half of World 2 at that point then.
Yeah.
but yeah, like Splatoon 1 had a lot better Splatfest themes, and I don't know. I felt like I like Splatfest in Splatoon 2, but I honestly think Splatfest were better in Splatoon 1. That's just me.
Yeah. I feel like the themes they're choosing so far are not as strong as they were in the first. I think they have more unique ideas in the first one.
Like the SpongeBob, Patrick, and the Pokemon Red and Blue. That was my favorite one. The Pokemon Red and Blue one was my favorite one.
Yeah.
And I was surprised you actually won out of that one, to be honest with you.
I mean,
Who
there's
won that
also...
one?
Blue did.
Do you think Blue won that?
Pokemon Blue won, yes.
Okay, yeah, Pokemon Blue won that one, which I was really surprised because I always thought Red version was the more popular out of all of them.
Okay, now I think the most important Splatfest is now, whose team were we on, Callie or Marie? And also, if you say Marie, you're going to be kicked from this call.
That was the final Splatfest. I think if I remember correctly, I was on Team Callie. I think.
Okay, good. You get to stay in the call.
Can we kick him out anyways, just for fun?
Oh, don't you insult Lester's squid waifu. Okay, alright, I get you.
Hey, Callie for life.
Do I need to tell Angie about this?
Oh, she knows. She already knows.
Yeah, the last Splatfest was a good one. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually kind of like Pearl and Marina as characters.
Oh, man. I feel like if they do that Splatfest theme again for that one, it's going to be like 80% of the people in Marina's team. It's going to be a huge difference. It was more split in Splatoon 1. I think it was like only a couple percentage off. But in Splatoon 2, if that happened, oh my god. It would be a landslide.
Yeah, Everybody hates Pearl for something.
I don't
But you
hate
know,
Pearl. There's some things that bug me about her.
Like, I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with her. The only reason why people like Marina better is because, oh, my squid waifu, that's it.
Well, the big thing about Pearl that threw me off at first is just she has a more negative outcome when it comes to certain things. Marina's that, like, very peppy kind of singer in general. Plus, you know, Pearl's the rapper, and I'm not that big of a fan of rap. Unless you're the Knuckles rap because you're nice and cheesy.
But, you know, Pearl and Marina are fine. I think they're perfectly fine characters to replace Callie and Marie, at least. I mean, Callie and Marie were in the campaign Splatoon 2, but...
This is true, but to be fair, Callie you don't even see to the very end.
Yeah.
Marie is just there as your... Basically, she's the cuttlefish of that game. She's there as your character to talk to throughout the adventure.
But the good thing is, we did get amiibo of Callie and Marie, so...
This is true. And they're really good amiibos.
Yeah, they really are. Okay, this is the first of the arena fights where you have to fight the Octolings.
This is where the game kind of really wants to train you for multiplayer, throwing you into the multiplayer maps. And this is probably the weakest part of the Splatoon single player, just because the fact it's so open for your first playthrough will be a little confusing where you need to go and what you need to do, especially if you're trying to collect everything. But once you know what to do, these stages can be like 10 to 15 seconds if you know what you're doing.
I go fast. I go very fast. I splat fast.
Like literally, some stages are so short, you'll blink and you'll miss them. Like this is one of them, because if you just go over the metal grates and walk to the end, boom, you're done. You're there. You're already done with the stage.
That's a nice thing they fixed in Splatoon 2 with single player when it came to this.
And the AI too, because look at the AI in this one. I mean, that final Altaria just kind of flapped around in squid form and didn't do anything. They don't do that as often in Splatoon 2.
In Splatoon 2, they didn't make the Zapfish like at the very edge of the map. What they did, they split the Zapfish into 8 pieces, and you had to like kill all the Octolings at each base to collect the pieces.
Can I just say though,
a lot better.
Real quick, to go back to that sunken scroll we got, that's probably one of my favorite art design ones in the game, because that's the Adam and Eve of the Squid world, which looks really weird.
Can I also just add, when you said Splatfest, I just get an image of falling off a building at like 60 or 70 miles per hour and just going...
tumbling all the way down, flattening against the concrete each time.
I'm guessing that Splatfest theme is who would win, gravity or space? I'm pretty sure gravity wins in that one.
Oh, there ain't no challenge on that one.
So we get an introduction to new Octoling, which is the big fatty that flies and throws bombs at you.
This is also the big introduction of the like ink strike ability in the game, because this is one of your specials. And it's one of the best ones in the game.
They got rid of the ink strike in Splatoon 2.
I miss it, but I can kind of understand why it's not there, because without the second screen, the ink strike would have to be really changed in general in design, so it wouldn't function the same, and that's kind of sad.
Oh, by the way, this is the tutorial area, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, this is the only other time in the game you can actually play the tutorial stage.
I actually like that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. It's a nice little change, because it also makes you feel like, okay, now that I know what to do in the game, is a little more rewarding because of all these things happening. Those enemies, though, I hate those. Those things, Squiffer things. Oh my god.
The scrubbers?
Yeah, those things are horrible. Burst bombs are your best friend because they eat your ink like mad. And there's one level in particular where they put those things in a really bad place, and Matt, you probably know what level I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, it's one of the hardest levels in the game because of those things.
They got worse in Splatoon 2.
Oh my god, yes. You thought they'd be nerfed, but no, they got buffed.
They got buffed.
I also want to point out this one little thing of knowledge like no one really knows about with the Splatoon campaigns. Both this game and the sequel, if you just throw a bomb at the Zapfish, it'll just blow up the shield instantly. No one knows how to do that. I never see anyone do that.
I noticed you were doing that, and I probably should be doing it. I don't know. To me, I just like the... I guess... best way I could describe it, the adrenaline rush I could see by like pumping the shield full of ink and letting it explode. I don't know.
I get that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just feels rewarding.
Okay, boss time. Is this boss time?
Yeah, this is the boss.
Okay, boss time.
This one's actually kind of interesting because if you know what you're doing, you can actually cheese this fight. No pun intended, because we got the yellow ink. My God, it's gonna happen way too much with this game. This game is just full of puns.
I remember the first one, Splatfest, was dog versus cats, and I love that one too.
Oh man, that one was so biased. The cats did so much better. We did great in victories. We got a pretty big difference in the score. Dogs win because they're more popular.
I know, that was when they were first testing out the score system, but...
Yeah, the score system was kind of broken originally. Alright, so, you're supposed to swim up this thing, but if you just stand near the edge, you can actually aim and hit his tentacle.
That's kind of funny.
It just saves you a little time.
Blow up his belly button first, and then you just blow up his top.
Although I love his shoes.
Isn't that kind of graphical for this type of game?
What?
Blowing up someone's belly button.
Well, look, it's a little belly button.
I know, but try to explain that to somebody that hasn't played the game.
You blow up this guy's belly button. Excuse me, what?
And you just shoot the weird wiggly thing that comes out.
You blow up the tentacle on top of his head. Okay, I've seen enough. I've seen enough Japanese animus to know where this is going.
Also, anime become cows them?
Animu is just a funny...
I don't want to know.
It's a meme word, I'm sorry. It's just another funny
Anime
word for
is meme.
I'm making fun of the accent, Japanese.
Anyways, back to Splatoon, please.
Hey, he's not much left. This thing's basically dead.
Yeah, he just cheesed the boss because this is Lester we're talking about.
I mean, there's really not much of a difference between climbing up that thing and then just standing down below and shooting it. Because
Yeah,
really, I'm only just saving like a second each time.
Quick!
Ew, he just sprayed mac and cheese all over you.
Quick, collect these things and get out of here, quick. It's a little disgusting. Although, I will say, throwing a bomb at that shield to explode it also helps because you get all the eggs around it. I think if you just shoot it, I don't think you collect all the eggs like that.
Screechity screech screech.
This is where we're starting to get introduced to the final boss of the game. He's a mystery for now, but the radio conversations in this game are just hilarious.